For the first time in my life, a couple of weeks ago, a guy came up to me in the gym and complimented me on the size of my arms. I know the feeling of opening up social media and it's flooded with content from jacked people, and it's hard not to compare yourself to them. But the truth is, at one point, they weren't getting compliments. 2 years ago, I looked like this. Now, would you believe me if I said that at this point I had already been going to the gym for around 8 years? I went to the gym 5 days a week. I was consistent and I trained hard. And I never understood why other people who seemingly never put any effort in had crazy physiques. Over the last few years, I've learnt a lot about bodybuilding, I've been studying medicine, and I've learnt a lot of life lessons along the way too. I thought I'd share these with you in order of importance so that those of you with short attention spans don't have to wait for the important information. When I left for university, I quickly stumbled upon the thing that changed my physique the most profoundly. Choosing what you eat rather than eating what other people have made you means that you know exactly what's going in your body. We all know the phrase, "you are what you eat." And this is completely true. Living with my parents, one day I'd be having soup and the next I'd be having pasta. I used to really struggle losing weight, but this year I decided to eat what bodybuilders eat. I copied meals from famous bodybuilders for around 6 months, and I lost 9 kilos. When I got home for summer holiday, I ate what my parents made for 2 months, and I put back on 6 kilos. Definitely a lesson learned. I'm a firm believer that the more information that you have, the easier it is to make the correct decisions. Using an example from before, how do you know why you haven't lost weight if you don't know what you're eating? So weigh the ingredients in your meals, track calories using an app like MyFitnessPal, track your workouts using an app like Liftoff, weigh yourself every day and track it on an app like HappyScale. This way, if you get stuck, you can look at all the data and work out what you need to modify. For example, your back isn't growing, you look at your workout tracker and you see that you've been doing the same weight on T-bar rows for 2 months. Simple. This one is my personal favourite. So let's say you're looking in the mirror one day and you think to yourself, why haven't my biceps grown in months? I train them twice a week, and at the end of every session I feel like I'm going to pass out. I'm putting in the effort, but where are the results? Here's an analogy for you. You're in a dark alleyway and you're getting mugged. Your mum has also just sent you a text message saying, why haven't you taken the bins out yet? And you also have a bit of an itch on the back of your neck. What's the first thing that you should do? I hope we'd all agree that the first thing you need to do is punch the living daylights out of the mugger, message back your mum saying, I've just been mugged, that's why I haven't taken the bins out. And then maybe if your neck still itches, give it a scratch. So if we're all agreed, then why aren't you doing this in the gym? You need to get good at prioritizing. Work out which muscles are lacking and then prioritize them in the gym. This year I grew my biceps massively. Firstly, I had to realize that they were lacking. Secondly, I changed my workout plan so that they were targeted more. And then thirdly, I did specific exercises that targeted the parts of my bicep that I cared about the most. In order to train like a scientist, you have to have everything down to the most minute detail. So my biceps are small, I'll do them more frequently. I specifically want the bicep peak to grow. Okay, that's the long head of the bicep. I'll do Bayesian curls, which target the long head more. By the time I get to biceps in my workout, I'm already really tired. Okay, reorganize your shoulders and arms day so that Bayesian curls are the first thing that you do. That way, I have the most energy for that exercise and I can put the most effort into them. If you would be interested in me making more videos about the anatomy of specific muscles or how to train specific muscles, let me know. I'm sorry to be the one that has to tell you this, but you're never going to look like Sam Sulek. You're never going to look like Chris Hemsworth. And you're never going to look like the big guy in your gym. The truth is, there is so much that goes into the way that they look. For example, the specific insertions of their muscle bellies will affect their physique. The way that they metabolize their food and the supplements that they take will change from person to person. The only person that you can reliably compare yourself to is the person that you were 5 minutes ago. And it's no surprise that with all the exposure we constantly have on social media to genetic freaks, is why we constantly feel like crap all the time. I know that you're already aware of this, And I know that me retelling you this isn't helping much, but if I have one piece of advice, it's this. Get in the habit of comparing yourself to yourself. The only person who's walked a mile in your shoes is you, and the fact that you're watching this video shows that you're willing to make yourself a better person. So don't give yourself a hard time. Put in the work now, reap the rewards tomorrow.